trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. Got my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Propaganda swirling, but it won't touch me. Only love around, that's how it's gonna be. We keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. In the city lights where dreams collide, we hustle through the night, fire in our stride. Whispers in the dark can't dim my glow. With rhythm in my soul, I'm ready for the show. We break the chains, rewrite the rules. In this concrete jungle where nobody's fools. Unity sings louder than the lies they scheme. In our heart and the struggle, we dare to dream. We keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track.
Another Queen Ahmadiyyah production.
Haze on the corner, they talking real loud. Spreading on light, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. Got my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Propaganda swirling, but it won't touch me. Only love around, that's how it's gonna be. We keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. In the city lights where dreams collide, we hustle through the night, fire in our stride. Whispers in the dark can't dim my glow. With rhythm in my soul, I'm ready for the show. We break the chains, rewrite the rules. In this concrete jungle where nobody's fools. Unity sings louder than the lies they scheme. In our heart and the struggle, we dare to dream. We keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. Haze on the corner, they talking real loud. Spreading on light, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. Got my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Propaganda swirling, but it won't touch me. Only love around, that's how it's gonna be. We keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. In the city lights where dreams collide, we hustle through the night, fire in our stride. Whispers in the dark can't dim my glow. With rhythm in my soul, I'm ready for the show. We break the chains, rewrite the rules. In this concrete jungle where nobody's fools. Unity sings louder than the lies they scheme. In our heart and the struggle, we dare.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your Sunday morning vitamins, or your Sunday vitamins. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay, so let's get ready to get into it. Hello, Leon, Claudette. Chill with Ronnie is here. The Quiet Storm, Dark Tube, Deronda. All right, let's get into it. Vince, I am from the UK. All right. Shout out to all of my loyal royals and everyone tuned into the Queen. I see you, we the people. Bronze Flat Power God. Lady Painter is here. Dangerous. Mr. Elevation. All right. Leon, did I say you? Okay, so shout out to everyone, and especially shout out to my moderators because y'all know they put in work. So before we get started, let's have a brief word from our sponsor at 12 Tribes. Also, don't forget to make sure you're still subscribed to the channel, beloveds, especially if you have not been receiving your notifications.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Okay, so don't forget you can purchase 12 Tribes Hair Oil at Etsy.com. Just look for Lisa Crafts, and you can also find it at Walmart.com. And don't forget that she sells beard oil as well. Okay, so let's get into it. Now, before we get started with this Caucasian man who just feels like Black people need to be at their boots on the ground, and he got dragged all up and down TikTok. After he was finished being dragged, he came out and gave this bogus apology, okay, that nobody fell for. We'll get into him momentarily, but before we do, let's talk about this white couple who went to an IVF clinic and was accidentally given a Black baby. Okay, and let's talk about it because I find this all very interesting. When I first saw this story, I thought it was satire. I thought it was possibly AI or whatever. I said, is this serious? How did this even happen? So they gave these people, some Black persons or people's baby. Okay, I want y'all to pay attention.
Our clients are falling more and more in love with their baby every day.
For the first time since a Central Florida couple filed a lawsuit against this IVF clinic in Longwood, we're not only hearing from their attorneys, but we're seeing the newborn baby girl who the couple says is not biologically theirs.
We just want to be able to ascertain what more they can be doing to ensure that all parties who will fall in love with this baby know of her existence and to be able to secure their embryos that they stored with the defendant.
These court documents show the baby girl was born in December through IVF, thanks to the Fertility Center of Orlando. The couple, who was white, soon realized the baby is not, and genetic testing revealed their baby girl isn't theirs. The couple is begging for answers from the clinic and Dr. Milton McNichol, who they say implanted the embryo,
so that we can find and secure the remaining embryo or embryos, and so that we can notify the genetic parents of Shay of her existence.
During a virtual emergency hearing on Wednesday, the couple's attorney laid out 7 requests, including getting the clinic to pay for genetic testing of any child born under the clinic's care in the past 5 years.
We're trying to both identify who got the patient's embryos, as well as we're trying to identify what set of parents did Shay's
Crazy.
embryo.
Now that is real crazy. So they say the doctor and the hospital agreed to the couple's terms. But how did that even happen? Okay, that is scary. How did that even happen? And where is their baby? Okay, from their eggs. Did they implant that into someone else? Who knows, honey? This is all crazy. Okay, so now with that all being said, let's talk about some more of these nefarious emails. And let me just say, these emails that are really, detrimental to Trump, they didn't mean to put these out, I'm so sure. This is why they came back, the next day and took down many of the emails. But at the end of the day, journalists already had them, so too bad and so sad. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Lights up, everyone, please like and share. Lillian X said they got some explaining to do. Okay, please pay attention. Leon said they can't do anything right. Okay, so now here's another email. Now, I think I may have read the first part of this to you all on yesterday. Blank reported an unidentified female friend who was forced to perform cucumber activities on President Trump approximately 35 years ago. I did read you all that. That was the person who said they were 13 or 14 years old, and the names were Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. Now, then there's another one that says Blank reported she has a friend, Blank, who was a personal assistant to Epstein in Florida from 1986 until 1991 or 1992. This friend shared names of some of the guests at Epstein's parties to include Bill Clinton and Donald Trump. Notable names: Jeffrey Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein's wife, Donald Trump, and Bill Clinton. I never knew Jeffrey Epstein to be married. When was all this? I guess it was in somewhere between 1986 through 1992. Okay, so at age 16, while modeling, Caller attended 8 parties at Epstein's New York residence. On one occasion, Caller reported she was assaulted by Epstein. On another occasion, 2 twin brothers Alan and Orrin lured Caller and her friend upstairs, but they escaped back downstairs. Caller stated that Orrin raped her best friend, and a third brother, Tal, raped a 14-year-old girl named Blank. Caller named other individuals involved in big orgy parties with her, other young girls, and older Victoria's Secrets models, including Bill Clinton and Donald Trump. Notable names are Alan Orbenthal, says LNU, possibly identifiable as Alexander Brothers. Oh, wait a minute. Stop the bus. I knew those names were familiar. Do you guys remember who these dudes are? Hold up. Let me pull them up. These are some brothers, some Caucasian brothers who are very wealthy, and they were accused of S trafficking. And I said, nobody's reporting on them, but everybody's reporting on Diddy. I did a story on them. Okay, I told you all these people are closely interconnected. These people are all the same. All of these people who are accused of these things were doing these things together. Okay, these celebrities, please pay attention. Here they go right here. Let me just pull up their picture. Do you all not remember this? Wow, this is so interesting. Hold on, let me just pull this up, honey, because I find it all nefarious. Now, I read this before. I read it on yesterday. I forgot that I already read this entire thing, but I'm glad that I forgot because now I realize that this is none other than the Alexander brothers. That's them right there. These two are twins. Okay, these two are twins, and then they have a older brother, Tal. Okay, I did a whole story on them, and in fact, they're back in the news right now. Let's talk about it quickly. Okay, it says witness at Miami real estate brothers S trafficking trial tells about a night of horror. Let's talk about it. And they want to tell us, Todd Blanche wants to tell us that none of these people can be found, that there's no people that should be charged. These men have already been charged for S trafficking in a whole nother case. Okay? Their names are in the Epstein files. These are people they can charge. They need to stop playing. At the end of the day, other people have accused them of the same exact thing. So more than likely, they absolutely did it. Okay? Now, with that all being said, the first witness at the S trafficking trial of three brothers, two of them high-end real estate brokers, testified Tuesday that the thrill of attending a party at actor Zac Efron's apartment turned into a nightmare when hours later, one of the brothers repeatedly R-worded her at their home and taunted her about it. These guys are actually worse than Diddy. It is so shocking that nobody really did a story on them except for me, and it was one other person that I know did a story about it. Anyway, Joy from The Lounge, the channel The Lounge, I think it was her that did the story, or maybe it was Henny. But anyway, I didn't really see anybody reporting on this. I think it was Henny. Okay, so the woman who testified under a pseudonym is one of several alleged victims expected to testify against brothers Tal, Orrin, and Alan Alexander, who are accused of teaming up to rug and grape women and girls over several years. Now, lawyers for the brothers say the sex was consensual. Prosecutors say the Alexander brothers used their ties to the wealthy and famous to lure multiple victims. Now, the woman said she was 20 years old, an anthropology major in college, when she met two of the brothers at the party at Efron's New York apartment. She accompanied a friend who had recently met Tal Alexander and who invited her there to watch the last game of the 2012 NBA Finals. She said she had little interaction with Efron, who is not accused of any wrongdoing. Now, after the game, the woman went to an after party at a Manhattan nightclub where she said she was given a drink and remembered little afterward until she woke up naked on a bed in another apartment with Alan Alexander also naked standing over her. She said she repeatedly tried to get up, but he kept pushing her back, prompting her to say, "I don't want to have sex with you." "Ha ha, you already did," she recalled him saying as he laughed in her face. All nefarious. She said he then overpowered her and R-worded her again. Now, while it was happening, Tal Alexander walked into the room briefly, but did nothing to stop the attack. Okay, this is what she said. He seemed super nonchalant. Now, Assistant U.S. Attorney Madison Smizer said in her opening statement to the jury that the Alexander brothers masqueraded as party boys who were really predators. Okay, Smizer said they used whatever means necessary, including luxury accommodations, flights, rugs, alcohol, and sometimes brute force to lure women into situations where they could be grapes. Attorney Tini Garagos representing Orrin Alexander. So Diddy's attorney, one of Diddy's attorneys is representing them. Okay, Tini Garagos representing Orrin Alexander urged the jury to reject prosecutors' monstrous story. She said the brothers who got out of college in 2008 were successful, ambitious, and sometimes arrogant as they pursued women in nightclubs, bars, restaurants, and online, and what is known as hookup culture, hoping to have as much sex as possible. Saying you may find this behavior immoral, but it's not criminal, Garrigo said. She said some of the brothers' accusers were hoping to enrich themselves with lawsuits and spoke of themselves as victims only after feeling regret that they had done illegal rugs or had sex outside of relationships with their boyfriends. Now, attorney Deanna Paul, representing Tal Alexander, warned jurors that the subject matter of the case was disturbing and will seem like an R-rated movie, especially after prosecutors portrayed the brothers as monsters. So, in their early 20s, Tal and his brothers were party boys. They were womanizers. They slept with many, many women, she said. She urged jurors to reject the criminal charges against the brothers if they conclude that the accuser's testimony was unreliable. Orrin and Tal Alexander were real estate dealers who specialized in high-end properties in Miami, New York, and Los Angeles. Their brother Alan graduated from New York Law School before running the family's private security firm. Tal is 39 years old, while Alan and Orrin are twins, and they're 38. So they say an indictment alleges that the men conspired to entice women to join them at vacation destinations such as New York's Hamptons by providing flights and luxury hotel rooms. The brothers have been have been held without bail since their December 2024 arrest in Miami, where they lived. I'm saying, so they've been in jail for 2 years and nobody's been reported on them. These dudes are nefarious, okay? I promise you they are. Now, during her testimony Tuesday, the trial's first witness said she fled the room where Alan Alexander had attacked her after he fell asleep. Okay, now the woman remained composed through much of her testimony, though she got choked up several times. She cried as she recalled reaching out several years after the attack to friends that she had told about the experience so she could be reminded that others loved her. Okay, I absolutely believe they did everything they're accused of. Okay? Absolutely. Israelite says, wow, sounds like the chicks went along with it. Well, I guess you can never say, but that's not what they're saying now. Okay, so anyway, with that being said, goes on to say online complainant reported she was a victim and witness to a trafficking ring at the Trump golf course. So this is why people on TikTok have been saying that they need to dig up that golf course. Because remember how they allege in the paperwork, in the files, that Trump threatened a 12-year-old or threatened a girl that she'd go missing like some 12-year-old did. And so they were saying that they need to dig up that golf course. So they say witness to an trafficking ring at the Trump golf course in Rancho Palos Verdes, California, between 1995 and 1996. Complainant reported Ghislaine Maxwell as the madam and broker for the sex parties, clients of whom included Epstein, Robin Leach. Remember Robin Leach from Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous? Donald Trump. Complainant reported participated in orgies and that some girls went missing, rumored to have been murdered and buried at the facility. Complainant reported being threatened by Trump, Trump's then head of security, that if she ever talked of what went on or what she saw, she would end up as fertilizer or for the back 9 holes like the other CUNTSs. Complainant claims to have video of high-profile sex parties, dealings with cartels, and having witnessed Robin Leach strangle a young girl to death at a party. Is that why Todd Blanche said that some things would be redacted, and especially things that showed injury or even murder? Donald Trump, Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, Robin Leach, and the Sinaloa cartel and Bill Clinton are mentioned. Claims he was contacted by a female victim of Epstein's who wanted to publish something. That part's cut off. Okay, so the Sinaloa cartel, really? So the most nefarious cartel in all of Mexico. I find that interesting because isn't Trump supposed to be going after cartels and rug smugglers? Do y'all hear this? Honey, this is no surprise for me because as I told you all before, these emails are very reminiscent of Hillary Clinton's. And let's talk about it because, in fact, that's exactly what someone else said in a post where they shared some of the emails that absolutely are reminiscent of Hillary Clinton's. And let me just show you all this picture and tell you who this is. Please pay attention. These people are all in on it, okay? I want you all to pay attention. This man right here with the person whose face is redacted. Y'all see him? This man right here next to Epstein with the girl in the middle, that is none other than Brett Ratner. Who is Brett Ratner? I just told you all who he was yesterday. Brett Ratner is the guy who produced Melania's movie called Melania. Okay, so clearly someone who's associated with her and Trump. Now, if Trump isn't a PDF file and had nothing nefarious to do with anything that's going on as it pertains to Jeffrey Epstein or the files, why is it that Trump is consistently tied to people who have been alleged to have assaulted people or been PDF files? Okay, I just have several questions. But let's go to these emails that are reminiscent of Hillary's. Here they go right here. Alex Jones posted this. And he also put up something that I told you all about years ago. I told you how they have these code words, and I told you this because I was reading Hillary's emails. Okay, but I told you all they have these code words for girls and boys, and let's talk about it. Hot dog means boy, pizza means girl, cheese, little girl, pasta, little boy, ice cream, male prostitute, walnut, person of color, map, the bodily fluids that men put out, sauce means an orgy. Okay, so now just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Now, here's what they say. This says it was released November the 15th of 2013. Head count for pizza. That's what it says. And then it says, are you sure this might not be a Jim Jones Kool-Aid event? TKL, please eat my slice. Please eat my slice. Okay, they're talking in code. Please pay attention. Then right here it says, does the pizza offer include those of us who can't make the meeting because we're out here editing? Because if so, count me in. This email is color-coded in black and white and will combust in 30 seconds. So that's how you know they're talking about something nefarious. Okay, please pay attention. And then right here it says, Chris Douglas wrote, head count. Who all is in the Austin office today who is going to want pizza? We only have one slice, and we need to know how thinly to slice it. You know this is code because why would a person be emailing people, first of all, about pizza? Second of all, why would you be saying you only had one slice when there's multiple people? Simply send a single response. Okay, filed, color-coded, double-sided, and appropriately labeled, signed in triplicates, and set on fire. But these people are some weirdos. Okay, these people are some weirdos. And here's what it says here. Here are more of the real Epstein blank gate files released by the DOJ on Friday. They mirror WikiLeaks documents released in the fall of 2016. Yeah, Hillary's emails. Yeah, they sure do. They absolutely do. Okay, so please pay attention. Now, with that all being said, let's go to this video right here because this is some more stuff about Epstein. And also, they were talking about rituals. Okay, they were talking about cannibalism in these emails. They were talking about Satanism. They were talking about all sorts of sick things. I want y'all to pay attention.
Jeffrey Epstein's bank account was called Baal, the ancient Canaanite deity which people had sacrificed their children to. A victim's diary shows that she was impregnated multiple times and forced to give birth for Ghislaine and Epstein. Israel is mentioned twice as much as Donald Trump in the new documents. Here he is discussing with Roger Schank, a Jewish American academic and hedge fund worker, saying Jews create vast fortunes by manipulating markets and creating financial speculation and exploiting labor. He says, let the Goyim deal in the real world. In a discussion with the Rothschild family, Epstein says if they overthrew the Ukrainian government, there would be great opportunities. The Rothschild family paid Epstein $25 million for certain algorithms. While talking to Peggy Seigel, August 7th of 2010, she asks if an event is going to be 100% Jewish. He says no, they'll have Goyim in abundance. But don't worry, they're just brilliant wasps from JP Morgan. Joshua Finkelstein, BlackRock's Larry Finkelstein's son, is accused of not having any respect for non-Jews, seeing them as not human. This is from his ex-girlfriend.
Let me tell you all something. I'm not going to play that whole thing. You can find it on my X account. But here's the thing. I find this all very interesting, okay? Here we are going down the same rabbit hole yet again. This stuff could all have been resolved years ago when the victims came forward, when the victims started giving them the names and telling them the heinous things that happened. Why wasn't anything done? Why was Epstein allowed in 2008 or 9 to make a deal, a sweetheart deal, where he was able to just serve like 13 months and then leave for 12 hours a day under the guise that he was going to work? How does this happen? How is it that years later, after witnesses have given testimony, depositions, all of the above, okay, evidence and everything, they're still playing games? They're playing in our faces. They're acting like they don't have anybody else they can prosecute besides Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein, who's deceased, allegedly, because he could be anywhere. They did say that he's Mossad, okay, that he was Mossad and that he was also U.S. intelligence. Now, I have several questions. Is this man, in fact, really dead? Or did they whisk him away somewhere for safekeeping? Okay, I have so many questions. At the end of the day, this is all just tragic as far as I'm concerned. Now, with that all being said, some of this stuff is just too nefarious to even get into it. Okay, it's just too much to even get into it. There was a video of an email where Jeffrey Epstein was telling them what type of girls to bring, fresh young meat, virgins, and all of that, but said don't bring any jiggers with the N. Okay? That's what he said. Now, with that all being said, let's continue, because I really want to get into this guy who said Black people need to come outside, trying to tell us what we need to do. Okay, let's get into that. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Before we do, let me go to this clout chasing Latina, because I swear that's what she was doing. To me, she was just annoying the hell out of me. You all let me know what you think, if y'all feel sorry for her. Now, I'm a very empathetic person, but she was just getting on my nerves because I felt like she was just trying to get clout from the internet and sympathy, okay, for something that she possibly could have avoided had she just done what she was asked to do.
What the fuck? They're gonna break my window, guys, please. They're gonna take me to MDC, guys. They're gonna try to arrest me. This is insane. I can't believe this is happening, guys. Lord, please protect me. Lord, please. Guys, I don't trust them. They're gonna break the windows. They're insane. You guys think they're gonna let this happen? These are unbelievable. These are unbelievable.
Hold on, sorry about that. Avery of PO, I think that was your name. Please be careful of the comments you put in the chat, because your comments will be deleted. Okay, I didn't need you to put that word in my chat. I already said what they said. Okay, let's continue.
Guys, I'm getting out. Okay, guys, my keys are in the car, please. Oh fuck, they already broke. They broke my window. They're breaking my window, guys. I'm a U.S. citizen. It's insane. Insane. This guy's breaking my window, guys. They're gonna try to arrest me.
Now they have a GoFundMe up. Now here's what they say. Listen to this. This incident has left Maria facing extensive damage to her vehicle, legal fees and court costs, emotional distress and lost income, ongoing uncertainty as she seeks accountability and justice. We are raising funds to support Maria with vehicle repairs, legal defense, and related expenses as she navigates the aftermath of this terrifying experience. No one should be targeted, threatened, or detained for protecting their community, especially not a U.S. citizen exercising their rights. Any contribution, share, or message to support, Okay, well, I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree that no one should have to go through that, and especially not a U.S. citizen. Exactly. But here's the thing. Why didn't she just get out of the damn car? When they were asking her to get out of the car and saying they would break the window, why didn't she just get out? That is so ignorant to me. Okay, that is so ignorant to me. Even if she was afraid, the bottom line is you're going to be more afraid the more aggressive they become, the more they escalate the situation, which we see they did, because this is what they always do. So if they tell you to get out of the car, it would behoove you to just get out. What are you staying in the car for? They're going to break the window. They're going to get in there one way or another. Okay? So my thing is, why would you just sit there calmly talking on your live, telling everybody play by play what's about to happen? Why do you just get your behind out and then tell them, okay, I'm a U.S. citizen, what's going on here? Because they claim, the people claim that she was out riding around patrolling her neighborhood so she could, inform people that ICE was out there or something of the nature. Okay, and that's perfectly fine in my opinion. But at the end of the day, lady, if they're sitting there telling you they're about to break your damn window, get out. Because do you think they're playing? And if they break the window, aren't they in fact going to drag you out anyway? So just get out. I don't know why people have to make things so damn difficult. Like, it's just annoying because people cause themselves sometimes undue or get themselves in bad predicaments just from choices they make. Why did she think that was a good idea? Why were you sitting there on your phone? I could see you wanting to record it because you want to make sure, if anything bad happens or whatever. But at the end of the day, you still could have just opened your door and just gotten out. Now she wants us to pay for her damn window? Girl, tell them to do it. Okay, tell them to do it. Now, with that all being said, let me continue. Because also, I think you all should see how some Mexicans said that they were going to protest against us getting reparations. Oh, yes, they did. They surely did. Hold on, let me find this video. Okay, that's what they said. Here they go, Mexicans against reparations and proud of it, honey. They said if anybody gets reparations, it should be them first. I don't know how they figure, but they said they should get it first. Make that make sense, honey. How are they going to jump the line? How are they going to jump the line? Haven't we been here the longest, waiting the longest, and all of that? Let me put up an overlay. Now listen to this.
Brother. You better turn your radio back.
So you think about these Black Lives Matter that they want to be paid for being slaves and all that?
Reparation.
Yeah, there.
Are you talking about well, I heard they passed in North Carolina.
Yes.
But it was a small little town in North Carolina that passed reparations for whoever's over there. I'm sure they'll try to do something out here in California. I think they already actually got a little board going that they're going to start looking into it. So
yeah, and that's what we, the Raza, need to step up, protest, and I'm talking major, and turn around and tell them, no, nobody gave reparations until the Native Americans and the Mexicans get ours first. We've been going through this crap a lot longer, so I don't want to hear it. Because it's not fair, dog. How are you going to give a bunch of money to a specific group, dog? This is the United States, a melting pot. How are you going to give it to a specific group?
Because right now they've got the white people with so much guilt. It was your parents.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all heard that, right? They said, how are you going to give that money to one group? That's what they always do. They gave it to the Jews. They gave it to the Japanese. Okay, they gave it to the Italians. They gave it to the natives. That's what they do. Now, why is it a problem when we want them to give it to us? Because that's what we're owed. Like, sit down somewhere, and how the hell do they think they're supposed to come up first? Okay, I'm so sorry. At the end of the day, but now y'all want us to come outside. Yeah, we're not. Okay, we're not. Now, with that all being said, let's get into it because this guy, as I told you all, said that black folk need to come outside. Okay, let's get into it. Where will I start? Here we go. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Because he said, we obviously don't know that this is happening to black people too. And then he proceeded to put up a picture of a black person. Funny thing is that black person whose picture he put up, that was actually a Somalian woman. Okay, so clearly he thinks we all look alike. Please pay attention. Here we go.
Black Americans saying ICE isn't our problem. You do realize that they're kidnapping Black Americans too.
I want y'all to leave us alone. I want y'all to leave Black Americans alone. I want y'all to leave Black women in America alone. We know. We've always known. They did it to us first. They've been doing it to us. And now y'all are just realizing they're doing it to you too. Don't say they're doing it to us too. It's been us too. It was us first. It's always been us. You voted for this. Your family voted for this. And it was all be friends, kumbaya, don't separate people from the party. Y'all mad at Peyton right now for speaking out against creators who are performative as hell. Oh, it's supposed to be Democrat with Democrat, liberal with liberal like they do. He's putting his body on the line. But you want me to put my body on the line? My body has been put on the line enough. Stop asking, can I tell y'all something? Stop asking, can I ask y'all something? Stop asking if I can borrow y'all for a second. We have been borrowed enough in this country. And not giving back in the same condition that y'all borrowed us. It was a girl, got on TikTok crying, they kidnapped my husband. Okay, before I figure out if I feel bad for you or not, who did you vote for? She said, oh, I didn't vote. Click, figure it out. Y'all are going to have to figure this out yourselves. I did my job. Y'all didn't do yours. It was your aunties, your uncles. And I don't hear y'all asking poor white people why they didn't vote in their best interest. Y'all always asking us. It's always us. Leave us alone. We did what we had to do. And now I'm going the way of the big homie. Harriet Tubman, I'll see y'all later. Y'all figure this out. Nobody's coming to save y'all. Nobody ever came to save us. Y'all let them introduce crack into our neighborhoods and run rampant in our society for years. And not until your kid got addicted to the Lord tabs is it now a problem with the drug companies. And all the other countries need to be quiet too, because y'all don't care. Because if y'all really cared and y'all really wanted to help us and y'all really wanted to know what was going on, y'all would tell y'all government to put sanctions on us. But y'all don't. You want me to go out and do something. I've done enough. What they're trying to do is separate us from the rest of the world and make the rest of the world hate Americans so that once they are offering asylum, people already hate us. They're going to make it too late for us to leave. But I'm going away to big homie. I'm out. Just stop asking me stupid questions and stop being rude to me for something that you and your people did. Figure it out.
Okay. No lies detected. Now, Barilla Saloon said there are Black Mexicans too. Yeah, we know. We call them Latinas. Okay? We call them Latinas, beloved. We absolutely know there's Black Mexicans, and many of them voted for Trump. Okay? That's what they did. That's what they did.
Americans saying ICE isn't our problem. You do realize that they're kidnapping Black Americans too.
We know about kidnapping. We got kidnapped from Africa, got here, worked the land. After we worked the land, we fought for our freedom, got our freedom. After we fought for our freedom, we went to Jim Crow. Jim Crow is where y'all start lynching.
I mean, ICE has been doing this before this, but just more covertly. But why do you want to engage us as the Black community to come out and do this? Why? Because we told you not to vote for this man. We told you this would happen. Black women told you this would happen. Black men second on that.
Barilla says a number of Black Americans voted for Trump too. Yes, we know about Black MAGA. I played the song that they wrote, the little rap song they put out, okay, prior to the election. Yes, Black people, some of them did, but the majority of Black people voted for Kamala. That's just a fact, okay? The records show. So, and I don't care who voted for Trump. At the end of the day, when they have a problem with what Trump's doing, they need to go and talk to the people that voted for Trump. Don't come talking to us, okay? There was very few Black people that voted for Trump. That's just a fact, okay? The the majority of people who voted for him are white people, okay, and Latinas for Trump. Okay, that's who. Okay, I'm talking about the Cubans, all of these people. Okay, all of these people. And now the lady Ileana Garcia, we're going to hear from her. We're going to hear from her during this broadcast because she, the co-founder of Latinas for Trump, now she wants to backtrack. Don't backtrack now. This is what you asked for. So deal with it. This is what you begged for, and you got it.
Statement told you this would happen. Y'all said, nah, we don't care. We don't care. We're going to vote for him anyways. It's not going to get that bad. It's not going to affect me. It's not going to affect my household. It's not going to affect the fact that, healthcare is going to be down the, down the crap. We're going to defund every single thing so that we can prop up an organization that hired a bunch of thugs who are ill-trained, ill-prepared, out of shape, and don't know the rules, regulations, and laws that American citizens have. And I just abruptly grabbing 5-year-olds walking home from school so that because off the assumption that he's an immigrant because he speaks a different language besides from English, which to me by itself is a perfect example of profiling, if I may say so myself. But we said this would all happen. We gave you the blueprint. We gave you the extra work and assignment. We gave you an open book test and you failed anyways. What more do you want us to do? We gave you our word. We went outside. We let you know what was about to happen. And now that it is happening, you want us to do what more? No.
Up though says, I will vote for Donald Trump.
No, y'all got to eat it. Y'all just got to eat it. That's just what it is at this point. Y'all have to either do one or two things. Either one, accept the fact that you were dumb and you were taken advantage of. Stop seeing us, see yourself as a victim, and then choose not to be a victim any longer, and then do something about it. Because there's a liberal right now on TikTok saying that I never was a part of all of this. It's not until that young lady got gunned down by, ICE, that I went out and bought an AR-15. That's dramatic. He went from not having no guns straight to an AR-15, and that's how y'all supposed to be moving right now. Thank you. Welcome to my TED Talk. Have a great day.
He said, thank you. That's how y'all supposed to be moving right now. Thank you. Have a great day. Okay, I'm sorry. We're not coming to the rescue. Okay? Not going to do it. Now, here's the thing. We know that eventually we're going to have to deal with ICE. We know that. Okay, but like the lady said, we've always had to deal with stuff. Okay? It's nothing new. We're not at the end of the line. We're at the front of the line. It's always us. Okay, so it's no surprise. See, they're surprised. They're shocked because this isn't what they bargained for. They bargained for all of the nefarious things that Trump promised to do. They bargained for that. They banked on that happening to us and people that were here illegally. Some of these people, specifically the Cubans, okay, and the Asians as well, some of them, they felt like they were protected. The Somalians, not the Asians so much, the Somalians. They felt like they had protected status, not realizing that Trump can take it at any moment because Trump doesn't care about laws and policies and what's always been done or traditions. He wants to build a nefarious legacy as a whole dictator, so he's going to do whatever he wants, okay? And there's anyone to stop him lest they face retribution.
Americans saying ICE isn't our problem. You do realize that they're kidnapping Black Americans too, right? And they're just saying, oh.
Is that your name? Asio?
You're looking at me?
You serious right now? Y'all really gonna come on here and blame Black people for the stuff that y'all have caused? We didn't vote for Trump. Sitting here and bearing witness to the consequences of your own actions and still pointing the finger at other people. Oh, and just because I don't entirely agree with it myself, that doesn't mean that they're wrong for not wanting to embark in it. Like what? Just made a huge mess that has now spread across the country, and now you need to fix it.
We're flying to Philadelphia! Oh, hell no! Hell no!
Listen to us when we said that we needed Kamala as president. Y'all made excuses and then started saying, oh, she would have did this, she would have did this. You can't deal with the consequences of your own actions, then stop doing them.
I mean, he really tried it. It's the nerve of him. Like he had to tell us anything. That's what gets me. Anytime they think they have to come and tell us something that we already know. Okay, like when Birdsong was out here being a whole fake Black Panther, and then they're sitting here trying to school us on the Black Panther Party. Well, you know, back in the day, the Black Panther Party, they came up with the Rainbow Coalition. They let everybody join. No, they didn't. Sit down somewhere. That's why they had the Rainbow Coalition. But they want to tell us about things that we created or came up with, or things that have predominantly disproportionately affected us, as if we need them to tell us what we are the architects of or the guinea pigs for. Because for all things nefarious, they use it and try it on us first. Okay, we know that. Even over in Germany, Hitler even said that he learned his tactics, what he did to those people, or from how America treats the Negroes. That's what he said. Okay, so we don't need anybody to school us on anything. Okay, at this point, I'm sure we've got it. Okay, I'm sure we have got it. Like he said, we're the blueprint. Miss us with it.
Americans saying ICE isn't our problem. You do realize that they're kidnapping Black Americans too, right? And
what now? Now what? Okay. And you know what else they used to do? They also used to kidnap us, beat us, rape us, wench us, feed us to crocodiles. Due process? What's that? So do you think now we should probably like do something? Like, what do you think we should do? Should we like protest or march? Get down in the streets, loot? And what really gets to me is that why aren't you saying the same thing about white people then? Seems as though you're imagining ICE only rounding up and taking into custody Black Americans instead of perhaps white Americans. And if your real claim to assert some sort of, oh, they're coming after Americans in general, why are you asserting Black Americans into the conversation and not white people who perhaps even have more recent immigration ties than Black? Oh, I know. It's because you subconsciously or consciously believe that being a white American is the default American. You guys are the blue blood Americans, the Americans that have the longer, more refined, prestiged form of Americana. Despite the fact that I literally don't have a single ancestor who has not been in this country for at least 350 years. And thousands of years before that, if you include my Native American ancestors. Are you trying to imply that Black Americans are lesser citizens than people who are white in this country or people who are non-Black American? Because if that's the case, I'd say if anybody, it's to be rounded up other white people with more recent European immigration ties. Now, don't get me wrong, my heart breaks and I hate it to the point where I don't even like watch the news really because it's all so just dystopian and terrifying. And what happened to Miss Renee is a tragedy by all accounts and it's disgusting. But how do you think ethnic Black Americans have been able to survive in the United States for around 350, 400 years or so? So why are you admonishing or pointing a finger at ethnic Black Americans when we overwhelmingly in the percentages of the 90% and 80 percentile margin voted against the current administration that is currently carrying out these systemic, horrible, anti-constitutional laws?
Do y'all hear this? He said they want us to be Captain Save-A-Ho for another group after they flip-flop. And that's exactly what it is. Okay, you all have buyer's remorse. Okay, many of these people voted for them, and some of them have even come out and admitted it. They said that they voted for Trump because this is not what they thought was going to happen. They thought that he was only going to be coming after people who were illegal.
For all the Black Americans saying ICE isn't our problem, you do realize that they're.
I'm so tired of selective hearing white people. You half-ass listen to us, and then you misquote us. The Black people saying that it's not our problem are not saying it because we don't care. or that it's not happening to us. That's not what we said. We said we warned your ass about this already, but you didn't listen. That's why it's not our problem. No matter how much we warn you, no matter how much information we give you ahead of time, we cannot save you from yourself.
Bishua says we are all human beings regardless. Well, of course we are. We know that. Of course we're all human beings. And some of these human beings don't act like human beings. And some of them don't know how to treat other human beings. Okay, so there's that. Let me just tell you all something. What's going on here with ICE? Okay, let me just tell you something. This is spiritual warfare. I've told you all this before. This whole thing with ICE, these people are not walking around here. So you can ask yourselves, how are they so able to just viciously brutalize these people, have, such a lack of empathy and sympathy for these people? There's a video of them dragging a pregnant woman by the arm. There's a video of someone getting their fingers blown off because they picked up one of those flashbang grenades. And it's like, these people don't have any empathy and sympathy. I was reading the comments from some of the people on the right when the lady was running and her fingers had been blown off. Okay? Because ICE threw a flash grenade and she picked it up to throw it back at them. Now, as I was reading the comments and just seeing the hateful things they were saying and how they were making jokes, laughing as this woman is writhing in pain on the ground. They even said she was being performative. Her fingers are blown off. Okay, now I want you to think about that. What kind of person or people think that something like that is a joke, that it's funny? I'll tell you what kind of people. The ones that have no souls. The ones that are the devil incarnate. The ones that are full of wickedness. Psychopaths. That's who. That's what I like in those types of people too. So when I see those types of people behaving in such a manner, laughing and thinking that it's so funny that somebody got killed because they were at a protest or because someone got their fingers blown off, that just tells me everything I need to know about those type of people. And then when you have these other people that are just like them, but now they're upset because things aren't going their way and they want me to come out there, I'm not coming out. I'm not coming out. I'll address whatever I need to address whenever I need to address it. That's what Black people are going to do. We will address this when it's our time to address it, not at your behest, not when you call us to, not because you think we owe it to you or anything else. Okay? Because this is not our doing. Okay? You can't blame this on us, even if there was a small portion of Black folk that voted for this fool that's in office. The majority of us didn't, but the majority of you absolutely did. The majority of you absolutely did. Okay? And that's just what it is. All right. Now, Randy Wise says our ICE is local police and was slave patrol. Okay? Exactly. We've dealt with it before. It's nothing new for us. Okay? Just another day. Just another day. At the end of it, here's the thing. As far as ICE, remember how I told you all a few weeks ago, I did a video and I said that Trump was drunk with power? He is. He's possessed. Okay, I want you all to pay attention because you can absolutely become possessed by an energy of a thing, as I have told you all before. I do believe that Trump has the Antichrist energy. I believe Elon Musk has it, and so does Bill Gates, because it's not a person, it's an energy that one succumbs to, one that overtakes you, that you give into. And I think that's who they are. But at the end of the day, I also think that these ICE agents are able to go out here and act as psychopaths, because that's what they act like, and go out here and brutalize these people and not give a darn, because I feel like they are possessed. They are possessed, okay, with the same power, okay, that Trump is possessed with, the Antichrist spirit. That's what that is. In the Bible, it says that the power of life and death is in the tongue. Okay, it's not just the words you say, it's the power with which you intend those words when you say them. All right, so with that being said, Trump is possessed. Okay, he's possessed with power, and these ICE agents, they have all of this authority. They feel like they have all of this authority because Pete Hegseth said, they have complete immunity. They're not going to get consequences for the things they're doing. And also, it has come to my attention as of yesterday, and I can't substantiate this, but I was told, and I read it also, that they get paid $5,000 for making a certain amount of arrest, whether the person stays in jail or not, whether the person turns out to be an actual citizen or undocumented. So they're motivated by greed. Also, it's important to note that a lot of these ICE agents are also immigrants. We've heard them. They have accents. These are immigrants. And ask yourself, why would immigrants be out here helping to detain and deport other immigrants? Well, because they want to be safe. This is their safety net. See, if they go work for ICE, they're not only going to get paid and be promised benefits, which they likely won't ever get. Okay, but at the end of the day, they feel like that keeps them safe from being deported. That keeps their families from being targeted by ICE because they're ICE. That's why a lot of these immigrants are working for them. So here's my thing. If you are not out here complaining at the people in your own family who work for ICE, or your own people in your own family who voted for Trump, don't complain about Black people. Okay? Don't complain about us at the end of the day. Now let's continue. And Randa, thank you for your insight into the topic and your contribution to the channel, beloved. I appreciate you. Peace, love, and blessings.
Unless you're going to start listening to the people who know about police brutality, who do you think they perfected their tactics on? Don't quote us on saying nothing. You fix it.
For all the Black Americans saying ICE isn't
And now let me just tell you all this too. Keep in mind, there are spiritual people amongst us. There are spiritual people who have a divine and a very powerful connection to God, to the Most High. People that are so spiritually in tune, they know about their spiritual gifts and they use them and they thrive in high vibrations. Okay, these people, they have spiritual connections to the divine source, which is God. So just like we have those of us who have that energy, that source directly from the Creator, there are some who get their energy, their power directly from Satan himself. Okay, and these are the people that I just spoke about. Trump, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, okay, those type of people. And so what I'm saying to you is we already know that energy is contagious. How many times have I told you all that, especially those of you that follow the spiritual channel? Energy is absolutely contagious. Okay, if I walk into a room and everybody's smiling and happy to see me and giving me hugs and greeting me, I'm in an upbeat, happy mood. I feel good about myself and I'm happy, right? I'm high vibrational. But if I walk into that same room and everybody's rolling their eyes and looking like, who invited her? Why is she even here? Then I'm going to be like, what the hell are they looking at me so crazy for? Are they hating? What did I do? Now I'm going to have that same energy because energy is absolutely contagious. So just like Trump has that Antichrist energy, that's my opinion. At the end of the day, these people connected to him, his entire administration, these ICE agents, they are getting energy from him. He is their leader. He is their source. I mean, just think about how the entire administration mimics the exact same talking points. Okay, they refuse to answer the exact same sorts of questions. They tell the same sorts of lies, and they stand on their BS 10 toes down. Okay? Now, with that all being said, let's continue. Because here is someone else going in on this man for daring to tell us that we need to be outside.
By Black people. This white boy goes on to say, if you didn't vote for ICE, then this video isn't about you. And it's like white people will do anything and everything to avoid accountability. If you were addressing Black Trump supporters, you would have started the video with that. But you said Black Americans. You know what you were doing. You thought you were going to get your white people and Black leftists on your side, but you were getting ratioed. Look at that ratio, 134 to 668 as I'm making this video. So you felt the heat and now you're trying to pivot. In one of the comments section, he goes, please don't be deluded that Black people are who I'm talking about. Read the caption, Black Trump supporters. Well, you, once again, did not start your video that way. I hate people that cannot admit when they are wrong. You have to try and pivot to find a way to be right. And this is once again why we do not want white people speaking on black things, because you guys avoid accountability at all costs. You don't understand what we have gone through and what we have been through. And you would rather talk to us than talk to the actual problem, which is white people, which is your friends and family, which is the people you're scared to check because you would have to potentially be lonely or something. So miss me with the bullshit.
Okay, and here's the thing. The no lies detected. And here's the thing. He doesn't want to take accountability. See, here's what happened. After people started going in on him online, then he came back and tried to say, oh no, but wait a minute. I wasn't talking about all Black Americans. I was only talking about the ones that voted for Trump in this administration. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. You wanted all Black Americans to come outside. You felt like we owed it to you. Okay, you felt entitled. And when everyone dragged him, that's when he tried to change his tune, but too late, and tried to offer up some lame apology. Okay. And then another thing is this. When people are always trying to go in on Black people, trying to get us to do what they want us to do and complain about what we will or won't do or how we do it, they don't have that same energy for their own people. Okay. Like I said, at the end of the day, all of these immigrants who have immigrants working for ICE, who have immigrant friends and family members who voted for Trump, go talk to them. Go give them your angst and disdain. Go in on them. Tell them to get out there with you and protest. Okay, tell them to do that. And for the white guy, well, he should go talk to the people that are so racist and hateful that they voted for Trump because they didn't care what Trump did to anyone else as long as it didn't happen to them. Go to them and file your grievance, not with us. This HR department is closed, okay, indefinitely. Now let's continue.
You do realize that they're kidnapping Black Americans too, right? And they're just saying, oh, we thought they were African. We thought they were illegal immigrants. And then they will detain you for days, sometimes weeks, so that they can have their way with you in the ICE detention center while they figure out that you're an American citizen. In fact, that's exactly what happened to this lady right here. She's an American citizen. They detained her for 2 days and kept her in that detention center. And this is what they're doing with so many people. If you're not white, they will target you.
Imagine.
Now I want you all to pay attention that he showed that lady so proud and loud and wrong, talking about they'll just say they thought you were African. And then he puts up a Somalian and says that they're kidnapping Black people too, but puts up a picture of a Somalian. Okay, please make it all make sense. Buckhorse DC says, amen. I ain't got nothing to say. Okay. Thank you for your contribution to the channel, beloved. I appreciate you. Peace, love, and blessings.
And propping up your phone as a white man to lecture Black Americans on the treachery of the United States government, as if we haven't experienced everything there is that they could throw at us. Your fear tactics don't work on us. Leave us alone. It's starting to get weird. It really is starting to get weird. This isn't our fight. And the reason that it isn't our fight is because that same system that abuses and neglects us is coddling these people so that they can come over here and replace our demographics with one that will be a lot more subservient to this democratic government. Leave us alone. And I can tell you don't know any Black people. You know I can tell? Because the example of a Black person you use is a performative Somali American woman who's talking about eating bananas and rice.
I'm Somali. I'm proud to be Somali. To me, being Somali isn't just eating bananas with rice. It's a lot. It's like it's an interesting thing. It's very hard to describe what it means to be Somali and what it means to be American. But it's like a cultural fusion. It's kind of like the bananas and rice. You know, people don't really
talking about, bro.
see, like, you know, it's you know, people don't think, oh, you can eat bananas with rice, but that's what it's like to be Somali and American. It's like that combination of banana and rice, but you're gonna get what I mean. So
never in my 43, nearly 44 years on this planet as a Black American man have I ever heard any Black person talk about eating bananas and rice. That lady is not one of us. And that's the example that you use. Leave us the fuck alone.
Okay, yeah, leave us the hell alone. That lady was a whole Somalian, sir, not a Black American. Please have several seats, okay? In the emptiest of stadiums. And then sitting there talking about bananas and rice. Girl, that's all you had to say. How many times was she going to say bananas and rice? But they say that we are all birthed from one night stands and have no education. Isn't that what they said about us? Isn't that what they teach? Okay, please pay attention. Barella says, is it wrong to care for humanity, for peace? No, it absolutely isn't. I care for humanity. I care for peace. But in doing so, I don't have to bend bend my knee to everyone's cause. That's what I don't have to do. You see, in life, people have to know that there are consequences for their nefarious actions. And when you vote for a dictator and the dictator turns around and does the things to you that you thought and hoped that he would do to others, well, that's called karma. And I, for one, have never been the one, beloved, to stand in the way of someone's karma. That's not my ministry. That's not why the Most High has put me here. Okay? Now, at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, this is the Most High's way of showing them what they have done. This could be the Most High's way of showing them what they have done to Black people, letting them see everything that happened to us is happening to you. It's in the Bible. Those that were first will be last. Those that were taken into captivity. Okay, think about it. They're snatching up white people. They're murdering white people in the streets while unarmed. Everything that is happening to us. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not getting in the way of that. Okay, I'm just not going to do it. For all I know, the Most High is showing them, holding up a mirror to them so they can finally see their wicked ways. And who am I to stop that? Okay? How dare I even think about it? Okay, if I even dream about doing so, I should wake up and apologize. Okay, G from the land says bananas and rice. Exactly, honey. Where'd they do that at? It's clearly Somalia. Okay, clearly Somalia. Now, with that all being said, thank you for your insight to the topic and your contribution to the channel, beloved. I appreciate you. Peace, love, and blessings. Now, let's go to this very entertaining apology video that the same young man, Azazel DeRegis, that's his name, which leads me to think that he's an immigrant himself, because I don't know any Caucasian people that are born in America that are called Azazel DeRegis. Is that why he wants us to get out there? Whatever his reason is, it's not happening. I'll tell you that much. At least it ain't today. Ha! Reggie said, Alexa, play I Can't Stand the Rain by Tina Turner. I know that's right.
TikTok. I wasn't going to make a video about this originally, even though many people asked me to in my DMs, because I felt like this video could only potentially benefit me. And I don't really need any benefit from this or any help. Like, frankly, I don't care if people hate me or if people have misconceptions about me due to like different videos out there. Because that's not the point of my TikTok. My TikTok isn't to get people to like me. It's not to entertain people. It's not to appease people. It's not to appeal to certain groups or anything like that.
Nigga, please.
But blocks Black folks that called him out. Strange.
Hey, TikTok. I wasn't going to make a video about this.
He said he wasn't going to make a video, but many people asked him to. Sir, one thing that I know, and I may not be that smart, may not be the sharpest nail in the drawer, but what I will say is this. I know that genuine apologies don't have to be asked for. He said that people were asking him. Genuine apologies don't come with a request, sir. That's something that's generally offered. Okay, so you can sit down somewhere, keep your fake bogus apology with your entitled self, thinking that Black folk have to come and fight your battles, stand on the front lines and be Buffalo soldiers. Okay, so we can be taken out first. Okay, then you can run home and flee and go back to your little regular life after this is all over with. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Now, Buckhorse DC says it's in the Bible, God's words, not mine. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Thank you for your insight to the topic and your contribution to the channel, beloved. I appreciate you. Peace, love, and blessings. Okay, who is this in the chat talking about eating eggs with ketchup? Gross. Although I did eat that once as a child. Okay, I made myself an egg and ketchup sandwich. Think I was about 10. All right. Black Americans know banana pudding, not bananas and rice. I know. Like, why did she say that? And then she kept saying it. Like she was just trying to drill it in. And then she said, you don't know, but you will know, or you don't understand, but you'll understand. Girl, no, we won't. Okay, no, we won't. Now let's continue. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Okay, here we go. They're still going in on him. I'm going to show a couple of more. Here we go.
Americans saying ICE isn't our problem, you do realize that
Rest is an important part of activism, and you don't get to tell people who have been fighting for decades for things you have probably enjoyed your entire life and only recently had to give a second thought to, that they don't get to rest.
for all the Black Americans saying ICE isn't our problem, you
She told him, right? Okay, we're resting, sir. Sir, we are absolutely resting at this point. We are tired. Okay, we are so tired. We don't have time to come outside. Okay, leave the Black people alone. Leave the Black folk alone. Why don't you? Bishua says, sometimes I eat rice with salad as a vegan. Okay, simple meals are the best. Yeah, rice with salad makes sense, but rice with bananas? I didn't know. That should be against the law in all states.
ICE isn't our problem, you do realize that they're
Fruit that looked like
I really needed that little minute because y'all don't get tired of centering us in you guys' content. Why the fuck do we always keep coming up? Leave us the fuck alone. We have made it very clear since the election concluded that we want no part of none of the bullshit that was going on. We voted to try to protect everybody from the shit that is happening, and you guys didn't give a fuck. So therefore, y'all don't give a fuck for what we stood for and what we voted for. We don't give a fuck about what's going on in the world. We don't care. We knew it was coming. So to tell us that they're kidnapping Black Americans, Black African Americans, they don't represent us in totality. And also the Black MAGA men in the comments, you're telling you need to go and hold the Black MAGAs in the comments accountable. We're not holding them shit. We don't give a fuck. We're done with all of that. We don't care about none of that. Leave us alone. We keep telling y'all to leave us the fuck alone. Why do y'all have to keep asking us everything, telling us everything, coming to us about everything? We don't give a fuck. This is not our mess. We didn't create this cesspool of a fucking mess, so we're not about to be the street sweepers neither. We're not about to clean this shit the fuck up. Stop coming to us about this shit. Go to your people. Hold your people accountable. Hold their foot to the fucking fire. And the lady that you showed a picture of in your video, she's not Black American. She looked like she comes from the continent of Africa. She may be an African American, but she's not indigenous to this land. So you need to know the difference before you even come in here trying to get us hyped up to get out there and put our Black bodies on the fucking front line. We're not going on the front line. We are encouraging our men not to go out on the front line, but if they do decide to go, that's on them. Harriet said everybody couldn't come with her. So leave us the fuck alone. We don't give a fuck. Stop centering us in you and your content. We don't give a shit. Leave us the
Okay, she was so serious, honey. Stop asking us, please. It's just so annoying. Okay, and even if I was thinking about coming outside, that'd have made me change my mind at this point.
isn't our problem, you do realize that
First of all, this is not what we're finna do. We're not gonna get on here and lie and try to fearmonger Black Americans, and then the person that you showed clearly in the video was not a Black American. So let's start there. Don't be trying to fearmonger Black Americans to get out in the street for something that we didn't cause. Okay, we never caused, we never voted for, we never wanted. Okay, y'all did the voting, y'all struck the pen, y'all pushed the buttons, and here we go. Black Americans historically have always been first. Plantations, boarding schools,
land being stripped from us, wealth being taken from us, and we're being used as free labor. And then fast forward from that, when they decided to leave the conception of actual plantations, then they turned around and made a more modern plantation that's called the prison system. I don't think anybody better than I nor gave a fuck from what I heard on this app and seen with my own two goddamn eyes is that y'all don't give a fuck about what black people go through until whenever y'all go through certain shit and shit affects y'all and it hits y'all upside the head, then y'all think that we're supposed to come over here and save y'all. No, that's not our fucking job. That's not our job. We have been oppressed in this country for 400 to 500 years. And until we are paid what the fuck we're owed, then we could give a fuck less about what the fuck y'all are going through. It is your people's problem anyways to why ICE and all of this racism even exists, instead of you trying to point the finger at black people as if we created this motherfucking system. Your forefathers came over here, and as far as my brain can concept, they went all across the globe and set up shop of colonialization and racism and feminism and all of this other stuff, classism and much more. They're making sure y'all are safe when y'all are in fact and indeed a motherfucking immigrant. Y'all don't belong in America. Y'all came over here by way of war and by spilling people's blood to come over here and get it. And then once you got that motherfucking far, you took it upon yourselves to grape black and indigenous women, okay, using black men as sex slaves and to breed other black and indigenous women. Why? So y'all could continue to have free working labor. Do y'all remember anything? Does this ring a bell? Tulsa, Oklahoma, and all of the Black Wall Streets that your people purposely destroyed? Then on the side note, you think that we give a fuck about what the fuck you are going through in this goddamn country? Y'all sit around and y'all steal everything that we do, every idea, every invention. So y'all sit around and study us so motherfucking much and so hard, then you should know what to do when it comes to getting out in those streets, because we already told you once and we're not going to tell you no motherfucking more. We're not coming outside. We're not coming out in the streets. We're not doing the damn fucking thing. It's the job of y'all to do. We're not the ones who created it. We're not the ones who started it. It's your people.
He said, go talk to your effing people. He said it's y'all's job. Okay, really? Like, leave us the hell alone, honey. I mean, trying to shame us and guilt us into coming out there. That's what that is. And then I saw a Latina talking about, I was all down for Black Lives Matter with George Floyd. Girl, bye. Sit down somewhere.
All the Black Americans saying ICE isn't our problem, you do realize that.
You know what? It's a shut the fuck up in there, but it's not a shut the fuck up. It's a listen. What you're saying is actually right, but it ain't for you to say. Somebody else need to be talking to them people. You need to direct this conversation to a different people, because you sounding trying to chastise. No, it's not a good look, and it's not going to be received well. You don't even know the way you're even saying it is talking down to somebody. You're not looking at somebody directly. It sounds like you're talking down to them. I'm telling you that's what you're doing if you don't know. So yeah, say that for somebody else. You probably should apologize, but if you don't, that's fine. So I'm gonna say this in the nicest way possible. Shut the fuck up. All right, have a good day.
Okay, and he said he started out to make that apology video, but people kept asking him too. Sir, why would anybody have to ask you to apologize if you were actually legitimately sorry?
This isn't our problem. You do realize that
they deporting immigrants. Is that what you was gonna say? Okay, baby, I know. I don't even know why you made this post. I think you got the attention that you wanted, and congratulations to you. Okay, but what I want to let you know is we don't care who they send over here. Okay, who they send. Okay, we don't care. And what we want to know is, for how long this done been going on with our people, when did you start caring? I can't hear you. What you say? When did you start caring so much? Huh? And so furthermore, I know that at times y'all might not understand how deeply this goes with us, but we tied through and delayed. And we don't have to come out there and face ICE. Okay? We don't. And a lot of you really want to see us get deported, but I just want you to understand that what you asking for, I want you to understand real good, because a lot of y'all seem to always want to bring up religion in the Bible, child. A lot of you promise that you love the Lord. Well, I'm going to tell you just like this. I'm going to say this. For us to come outside, we would not only be disrespecting our ancestors that always did protest, that always did get in them streets, that always did handle that business, which is the reason why the illegal immigrants can be over here anyway. We will be disrespecting them. Okay? Not only will we be disrespecting them, we will be disrespecting the Most High God, the creator of the universe. It's a deeper reason why we in the house, honey. This ain't just about us outside protesting. Okay? You understand?
Randa says they want us out there so bad to protect them. Yes, to be the first line of defense, beloved. Absolutely. Okay. And thank you for your insight to the topic and your contribution to the channel. I appreciate you. Peace, love, and blessings. Okay. Avery of PA says Revelation 13:10 through 18 says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Exactly. Exactly. So this is nothing but a reversal of the roles. Okay. It was inevitable. Please pay attention.
And like I said, we tied through and delayed. Okay? Because soon as the protest's over, okay, you just going to go back to your same thoughts and ideology about us. Not all of you, but a great bit. Okay? And I'm going to keep this real. Y'all really think we was coming outside for some people that blatantly said that they don't like us, even though we ain't the ones that's getting them off the streets? Y'all always putting us in something and then want us to come with the cape on. We not coming. Okay? We are not coming. And if you don't understand that, that's your prerogative not to understand that. And for all of you that keep bringing up George Floyd, honey, y'all just admit that y'all wanted to go outside anyway. Everybody was in the house. Okay? George.
And that's a good point, because I had not thought about that. That was during when the whole thing about George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, and Breonna Taylor was going on, all of that protesting in 2020. We were all basically on house arrest because of the pandemic. Okay, we were all under quarantine. Okay, please pay attention.
George Floyd, and in the same breath, a lot of you was talking about that man. Okay, talking about his addict, his drug addict. Okay, but y'all didn't come outside for Tamir Rice, a little baby. Okay, no, we tied through in delay. We understand the mission, and just let us understand our mission. Those of us that's on the same accord, because a lot of us not on the same accord, and that's fine, because we ain't all the same people. And I know that's hard for a lot of you to understand that, but it is what it is. Okay.
All right. So now let's talk about these Latinas for Trump. Okay, the co-founder. Let's get into it. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. We're almost done. All right. Here we go.
Co-founder warns immigration will cost GOP the midterms. Jesus help me. Jesus help me be kind in this moment. State Senator Ileana Garcia, who is Cuban American, said the fatal shooting of Alex Preddy by Border Patrol agents in Minneapolis was abhorrent. An officer at the Tallahassee airport overheard her speaking Spanish and asked whether Ms. Garcia, who was born in Miami, was an American citizen. She worried for the first time that ICE agents might stop her son, a young adult, because he looks Hispanic. Constituents have asked her for help finding immigrant relatives arrested by ICE. I'm afraid of someone stopping my son. This is not what I voted for. Okay. ¿Qué creías, señora? Cuando Trump decía que los inmigrantes tenían sangre tóxica, ¿qué creías? Que toda esa porquería no aplicaba a los cubanos. Qué tontos son. Y lo puedo decir porque soy cubana por parte de mi mamá. Sorry, but it had to be said. Anyway, now.
Okay, so let me translate for you. She basically said this is a toxic woman. She's nothing but trouble, and she just creates chaos. Okay, that's what she said about the lady. Let's continue.
Now for the fun part. Ileana is fighting with Stephen Miller's wife, Katie. Katie started it. She said Ileana was fired from DHS in Trump's first term because she failed to show up for work. Katie, invite me to your podcast so we can have a candid discussion about what truly transpired and how you labeled your then boyfriend a racist when you were upset that he treated you poorly and me as a mere token Hispanic for the administration. Let's discuss who was responsible for the leaks in the White House and how you helped carve the floor out from under then Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen. I love when MAGA gets messy. It's better than the Real Housewives.
Okay, so she was all down for Trump, but now seems to be singing a whole nother tune. A whole nother tune, okay? I will vote for Donald Trump. And she did.
State Senator Ileana Garcia, who actually helped create Latinas for Trump,
I'm Hispanic and I vote for Mr. Trump. We vote for Mr. Trump.
is now criticizing the Trump administration for the way that they're conducting immigration enforcement. She says that it is unacceptable and inhumane. She says this is not what we voted for. Hold on, though. There's more. She says that I'm afraid for them stopping my son. Well, welcome to the motherfucking jungle, Ileana. This is exactly what you voted for. Project 25 was right there. It said, and I quote, forcing immigrants to be deported or held in camps and ending birthright citizenship. What did you think that meant? But first off, let me explain the definition of force. Physical strength or power exerted upon a person. Control. Power. Very important words. But let's go back to I'm scared for them stopping my son. Girl, bye. Hello, my name is Dominique Bowen and I'm black. Y'all so funny. And if I hear one more person, black people, y'all need to be more outraged. We've been outraged. Yeah, we done did all the legwork for y'all. We the blueprint. But see, I'm a part of the 85%. You know what the 85% is? The 85% of black people who voted against this. But see, you, Ileana, you're a part of the 46%. You know what the 46% is, right? The 46% of Latinos that voted for this. And white people, y'all numbers was outrageous. So y'all really need to be out there doing the work. I don't want to hear a complaint out of y'all. Once all of this is over, y'all gonna go back to sleeping good at night. This is still gonna be our life. And I'm not saying it is racist that you don't stand up for it. You're just comfortable. Now you're uncomfortable. Welcome. And another scary part about it is, if America had the chance to do this all over again, I'm not sure if the outcome will be totally different. I think that it will still be a close race because we never learn in America. So Florida State Senator Ileana Garcia, who actually helped create Latinas for Trump.
And she's regretting it now. Now, this journalist's daughter came out and spoke about her being arrested.
Is being arrested for documenting what happened at City Church. And this is wrong. This goes against her First Amendment right as a journalist, and it's being challenged today.
Georgia Fort is in federal custody for doing her job. And if we leave here with anything today, let's leave here making sure that the main thing stays the main thing. Journalism is under attack.
Yeah.
The First Amendment is under attack.
Yeah.
And democracy is crumbling.
Yep.
This is not a joke. This is not a drill. And I want for everybody that's watching across the nation to know that you are next. Minnesota is holding the line. And we can't hold it by ourselves. This is not a black people or white people or religion or age or any of these things. We are fighting for human rights.
This moment will pass, and we will be better for it. We're in the fight. We're not leaving the fight. And I'm going to let you know we are winning, because what they did to Georgia Fort will not stand in any American court system or to Don Lemons. So I ask every single one of you in this moment, be outraged, but be organized.
My mom is being arrested for documenting what happened at City Church.
And you know what's interesting about that is they want to lock up the Black journalists and all of that for going into that church just to report the news of what was going on. But at the end of the day, what about Jake Lang? When Jake Lang was disrespecting the Muslims, had a whole anti-Muslim, they had a whole anti-Muslim protest. Okay, Jake Lang put pork on the Quran. It was talking about burning it, setting it on fire. So it's okay when they do that to other people's religion and disrespect other people's religion. Nobody says anything. Nobody has outrage. Okay, please pay attention. Okay, at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, all of this was nothing more than a gaslighting and deflection to keep people from pointing out that that pastor, at least 2 pastors from that church, are allegedly working for ICE. Okay, that should be the real problem. That should be the real problem. How are you a man of God when you have no problem going out here brutalizing people, treating people in inhumane ways, ripping apart families, taking children away from their parents? Okay, but they're worried about journalists who came in there to report. Excuse me, that came in there to report. Please make it all make sense. Now, I want you all to hear this video because this woman says that she was grabbed by ICE and she's talking about being black. But I think I heard a little accent and I don't think she's black. But I find it interesting because she sounds like one of the people that don't identify as black on a regular basis. But now, since the whole ICE thing's going on, everybody's black all of a sudden. Don't y'all find that interesting? Because I do. Because this isn't the first time I've heard this. Nicole, beloved, thank you so much for your contribution to the channel. I appreciate you. Peace, love, and blessings. Okay, now let's get into it. Now, you all tell me what you think. Because I could have sworn I heard an accent. She's trying to talk black, though, and trying to use our verbiage and all of that. Please pay attention.
Bro, let me tell you something. These people are not playing, yo. They're not even asking if you're a citizen. They're not asking if you had document. I'm in the African store. They broke in the people African store. They broke from the back door. I'm shopping and they just snuck behind me. They grabbed my shirt from the back, bro. They don't even care if you have documents. They're not even asking you if you're okay. They just, as soon as they know you're black or something, they just like literally grab.
Now, she's first of all said she was in the African store. Okay. And then she said, if they know you're black or something. Well, ma'am, you are something because you're not a black American, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, we know that people like her do not normally identify as black. Me no black. Isn't that what the dark-skinned Latinas say? Isn't that what they say? They don't claim us. They don't say they're black. Now, I don't have a problem with them not saying they're black, but when something else happens, don't say you're black then either. And it's not just them, it's white people do it too, because here's the thing. When these people that look like us, that almost look like us, go out here and commit crimes, you can rest assured that when they're doing the statistics about the crime rate, black versus white and other, they're adding them to us. Okay, I want you to pay attention. That's what they're doing. They add them to us. They don't say an African or a Jamaican. They don't show those statistics. They just lump all of us together and say these are black people who committed this amount of crimes. Okay, but then when they want to separate them from us, that's exactly what they do. All right, please pay attention. She definitely has an accent.
Grabbed me from the back. I turned around, I was confused because it broke through the people back door. I was totally confused. I grabbed my hand for no reason. I'm a fucking citizen. They don't even care, bro. They just grabbed me. The guy came in. It's like, you're not supposed to be in the store. It's a private property. I had to take my hand out of him, and it came from the back door. They're not even going through the front. They broke in the people in the African store. They broke in the back door.
And she keeps saying they broke in the African store as if she's not a whole African. She keeps saying the African store as if she's not a whole African. It was probably her damn store, or she probably worked there. Okay, I find this all very interesting. Okay, I find this all very interesting. And she keeps saying bro. I find it all hilarious.
Like, I'm fucking shaking right now, bro. They don't even care. Like, I'm so fucking shaky. Like, people that don't have documents, you should not be outside. They don't even care if you have documents or not. Because I'm a whole citizen. They didn't even ask me for my ID. They didn't ask no question. They just grabbed my hand. And then when I told them, like, why are you doing that? Then they went to the other lady. They went to the other lady in the back door and they took the lady. I don't have nothing. Y'all white people just keep taking people. Don't ask me for shit. No, I don't care. They just grab me for no fucking reason. I'm not helping no white people. Don't ask me for shit.
Bless her heart. I feel bad that happened to her. Nothing is funny about any of this, clearly, about the whole ICE situation. None of this is funny. People being brutalized, shot in the streets, dragged, a pregnant woman being dragged by her arm. None of this is funny at all. It's deplorable and it's really sad. But what's funny is her acting like she's a Black American, and I know she's not. That was funny to me. That was funny that she was trying to disassociate herself. Okay, but that all being said, listen, it's only going to get worse. And Black people, at the end of the day, yeah, we know we're going to have to deal with this, but it's not going to be any different than other things that we've also had to deal with in this country. Okay, we are prepared for it, all right? At the end of the day, are we not? Okay, so with that all being said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Hold on, there was one more thing I wanted to tell you all. Hold on. Hold on, beloveds. Let me see if this is it. Okay, here it is. Let me just pull this up real quick. Now, we know they're actually bothering Black people. We know that. Because there was a girl who said they tried to kidnap her brother. And also, there was a Black student who said that they were at GSU last night. I'm going to play these two videos and then we're out of here. Okay, all the other receipts, I'll show you all those later because I have a lot more, but we'll get into the rest of that later. I'm trying to keep this under 2 hours. Okay, here we go.
Tried to kidnap my brother. ICE tried to kidnap my twin brother. So about 4 hours ago, men dressed in regular jeans and a regular shirt and a regular pickup truck tried to sideswipe my brother. When he didn't stop, they continued to pursue him because they were trying to kidnap him. Mind you, he is a Black American citizen. I'm going to play the video now.
I ran away. I'm running, like, driving whatnot. They chased me. They literally chased me. Running red lights. Yeah. I'm going through the, the yellow light and whatnot. They running red lights. They're going like 90, trying to chase me down.
They were in a pickup truck?
They were in a pickup truck with a U-Haul.
Oh, that's ICE.
With a U-Haul thing in the back.
That's ICE.
Okay.
That's ICE.
But the thing is, the reason it happened was because we were trying to go across the same intersection. While I was driving, he tried to block me off before the light turned green. Before the light turned green, he tried to block me in.
Oh yeah, they trying to.
He tried to block me in, and so when I got around him, they sped up and then they hit the side of the car.
Wow.
Like they, and then tried.
All I ask is that you guys comment what you guys are doing for Valentine's Day. Can you add any news source, ABC News, anything that any news source that you can, so that we can start getting some traction, because they are trying to kidnap us.
Okay, so you all heard that. Now, as I said, they were at Georgia State University. Hold on, let me pull this up. And I'm going to tell you all, like I said before, we didn't hear anything about them harassing Black folk until Birdsong came out making those threats to ICE. Okay, y'all don't find that to be coincidental? Okay, I find it all so interesting.
ICE is on the campus right now. And I ain't gonna get political, but like, you know how bored you gotta be to come to a college campus looking for quote unquote illegal immigrants. How you think they got into college, son? I'm quite sure you gotta have papers to get into college. Like, what are y'all doing at GSU? They clip farming, that's what they doing. They probably at the racetrack right now, I'm telling you. Twin, they talking about ICE is on the campus right now. And I ain't gonna get political, but like, you know how bored you gotta be to come to a college campus looking for quote unquote illegal immigrants. How you think they got into college, son? I'm quite sure you gotta have papers to get into college. Like, what are y'all doing at GSU? They clip farming, that's what they doing. They probably at the racetrack right now, I'm telling you. Twin, they talking about ICE is on the campus right now.
Okay, so they're out there. They're out there on the prowl, beloveds. Okay? They are out there on the prowl. Please pay attention. And so here's the thing. I want y'all to pay attention. Now, before I go, okay, this is the last video, but before I go, come and get me, Trumpers. You are some crazy other uckers. Ha! Okay? He's clearly pressed about what's going on. Like, so everyone, please like and share.
Elon Musk coming out saying that he wants to get rid of Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare. This is what you dumb fucks asked for. And I really feel fucking sorry for all the seniors out there that voted for Donald damn Trump to put somebody in charge like Elon Musk, who's going to take away what they've worked for 30, 40, 50, 60 years, and now they're going to try to strip it away. Better yet, the dumb fucks out here who voted for this man, who now is going to lose their Social Security potentially. And I don't know that a fucking Democrat can fix this shit in 2029, because I guarantee you by the time this dumb fuck runs this motherfucker in the ground so fucking bad, a Democrat won't be able to fix this shit.
Okay, I just want y'all to see how mad he is. Honey, he is furious. Okay, he is beyond furious at the end of the day. But now he was talking about all that stuff that Elon was doing when he was with Doge. Okay, and whatever happened to those $5,000 checks that the lying-ass president said he was going to send everybody? Okay, remember that? Trump said people were going to get checks for $5,000, and then there was checks we were going to get for $2,000. One of the checks was from the tariffs. And then one of the checks was something to do with Doge, wasn't it? Trump just be out here lying to be lying, okay? Out here just lying to be lying. All right, Reggie said, leave me alone. It's y'all's problem now. Exactly. Miss Mississippi said, Elon's the biggest welfare king in America. I agree. Who came here illegally too, might I say. Okay, but he has so much to say about people that are here undocumented now. Okay, so with that being said, beloveds, I'm going to conclude the broadcast. I hope you all enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember to keep the Most High first in your lives. Now, don't forget to double check and make sure you're still subscribed. Okay, because sometimes you think you're subscribed and they have absolutely unsubscribed you. Okay, and when you resubscribe, if you find that you've been unsubscribed, make sure you reset your notifications. Okay, because that's what usually is the problem when you're not receiving notifications. That all being said, I love you all to life. I hope you enjoy the rest of this day. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
Hit 'em with that flavor. All in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin? God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got...